Gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. Man, so let's give Sarah about a minute. To figure out that I'm not. Yeah. All right. Let's fix this. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. For now, it's probably gonna go out again. Just know this stream's gonna be a little funky. I'm trying. Alright, I'm gonna have this be part 2. I know I have, again, I know the first bit is, that's what the chickens was. Waiting. But all I had really was mostly thinking, and then I had put stairs down, and that was it. So that's what's up. But we'll make sure part, that's technically it would be the second part, I guess, but actually building, I'll make sure that that's out there. And then there's this. So we're here now, at this point. Let's build walls. I think it's starting to kind of come together. I think I want a little bit of quartz. Or do I want to do this? I think I want to do quartz. Which, as you know, means I gotta make a very... It's gonna be a little wonky this evening. Don't know when it's gonna be fully back, but we're gonna keep trying. Anyway, so far this is what I've done. It's gonna be a second floor as well, but... What do you think so far? Grab a little bit more of this stuff. Also need to see if I have any smooth quartz, because I think that's what I want to do for the... it's just a regular block of quartz, that's what I want. And then just a teeniest bit of this. Like 2. Actually, you know what? I'll take this. More than enough. Anyway, other than that though, everything's going fine. I am glad to hear you're doing fine, by the way. Do tell if it looks a little bit too much. Alright. I'm not sure. I do like it for the second layer. Let's see if we have any quartz stairs. Or quartz. Alright, give me a second. I mean, the snow might look good too, but I don't want to melt the snow. And wait, no, snow blocks don't melt, do they? Either way. Not that important. Oh, I did dump a couple blocks. I need to go pick them back up. But, I'm thinking this for the bottom. Adding a little texture in there. Bam, what do you think? Too fancy? Not fancy enough? Wait, this is the smooth. I meant this one. Yeah, I kind of like that a little better. It just gives a little bit of texture to the bottom there, which is super nice. Oh, also, it'd be good for windows as well, because that can be that for that, and then windows can go up like so. Yeah. Elegance. Too much? Not enough? It looked like it walked right at a Hot Topic? Alright, Alright, I need that, and then I need... this. Anyway. Other than just being fine, how you doing, Thomas? Anything exciting today? I guess. I do need to make a second one. It's fine. I don't know, I don't like that. Okay. It actually doesn't look great. Alrighty. Hello, thank you for the first time chat. Albus, how you doing? Yeah, this is live. Yeah, I'll just go with this. I think that's better. It looks a little funky, but I think it's better overall. Okay. I see. Probably true. Yeah. Maybe what I want to do is actually here. Will this look better like this? Like so? No, I know what to do for the tops. We gotta do more of these. That will help with the texturing problem too. 1 second. I know what to do here. All right. We have some iron still on us. Go over here. Although I guess technically, no, I couldn't. I have to do it this way. Alright, and then, like, Sue? Let's do the lodestones on top. Does that look better because it's not the same? And I'm going to try both ways really quickly. Alright, so that's that way, and then this is being a little bit forward. I think it needs to be forward. I think I need to have 2 on the bottom as well. But then I think it'll look okay. So, like, it'll go just to kind of show, kind of like that. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then this is a little different, just to kind of be a little texture. And then since there's another building that's going to go right here, it's not going to matter anyway. It's a little flat because it's not going to show anything else. All right. And then I think that'll do that. Ironically, I don't think I need to have it on either side because it's not actually going to show, and then that'll just be... We could just stuff something behind in the corners because it's not like it's going to show anyway. We have these, in fact. Because this is expensive. I don't really want to use them. So just put that back there. There. Okay. So this is gonna be the front of the building. I definitely think it works. Alright, and then because we do... I prefer doing those kinds of things for the windows, right? We can actually have stairs at the top there. Just to look really good. That's a good question. Kind of like that. It feels slightly less fancy, but I think it kind of works, especially once I've got everything else in, because you can see here where it'll kind of just blend in a little bit there. And just create a little texture to kind of really feel that, Oh, this is the one that is going to house the mushroom, netherwort farm, all those things. Literally, this is all about the basement, remember? The rest of the building is just kind of, we'll decide later, but it's, yeah. Alright. So, let's start with kind of setting up a floor. I think for below ground, it'll be best to kind of have it feel a little bit kind of damp and dark. You just realized what they are? You mean the iron? Alright, so we're gonna come down to here, like so. Yeah, and then we're just gonna like so. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put one here and then here. I guess it can go down like this. And then just to kind of create a little bit of, and then I'll decide like how wide versus how not and all that in a minute, but and obviously we'll have like a roof as well. It'll be a little different. I haven't decided exactly what I want to do with the sides, I guess. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how this is going to be. It's going to be down here. It's going to be just kind of dim. It's going to be kind of dark. This is on purpose. The entire concept is just below. I want it to feel dim and dark so that it, because I mean, it's gonna be obviously, but beyond that, I want it to feel very kind of closed off. Back and behind, you know? Alright, I just realized I'm carrying around raw chicken. I emptied the chickens. Put that away. They've got some things in here. We can use this really quickly. But effectively, I'm just kind of gonna present a building kind of, sort of fancy. I don't know if it feels too much or not. Like I said, I'm just trying to kind of fill in. Alright. You know, I suppose technically since we'll have the double-sided, we could maybe just have this be normal on whatever side. Then we could have walls. Like we could move all this inward one. Thank you. We put this here. And then that could maybe solve the problem as well by having interior. And then it goes there instead. And then you can have walls that are just kind of interesting looking. All right. So we're gonna start with adding just in a little bit of here's the thing, I'm pretty sure, let me double check. So since it's gonna be turned into that, and then you can put them back in there, yeah, you can do that. So if I need to, I can come back for more of this, but we're gonna start here. Alright, and then I'm just gonna kind of start putting the walls in, I think, a little here. Can add a little bit of moss in as well, probably. And the top one will go there. I guess I gotta pull that in too, but... well, that would be normal. That way it's just kind of hidden. Alright. It's not gonna be a lot of space, but that's fine. It's not meant to be. And you can put these in as well. And then the roof, we'll decide. I need to make a quick decision. Have some tough, the roof. Just to kind of create a little bit of, it kind of feels like it's water leaking. Kind of look, but not all the way to, for mushrooms. It's more like that. So you'll have the fanciness in the front here, and then the back and behind it will be like this. Doesn't that just feel muddy? All right. There. You know, obviously we'll need more blocks. This is just to kind of get an idea of the space. It's meant to kind of just be a little ick. Alright, and then we put these in like so. Alright. As I said, I haven't decided how. I think I want this area over here to be. Probably put some stairs in. But yeah, think of this basically kind of being more of the way it's gonna look. Alright. So we'll just stick these in here. You won't see them anyway. Honestly, that makes things a lot cheaper by doing it like that. Alright, let me kind of get a little bit more. I guess technically half of it can be the others. The way the walls work. So like this. But yeah, I mean, technically, as far as a farm goes, this is the only part that really matters. I suppose. I'll get more blocks. Yeah, I'll select this one from over here. Boom. Then obviously this row will be next. I guess we can fill this in with dirt because you won't see it anyway. And that way it just kind of... here. Because then that'll be that wall corner. Ah, perfect. It also tells me we can only go to there. Alright, let me go sleep. I also need to create a way to walk down. Or maybe it's not a walk down area, it's a it's a hidden behind the desk kind of. You climb down. I don't know. We'll see. No, I know. We can make this a really interesting way down. So... let's just start. I got an idea. Alright, so... I need to put some stuff away also. Alright, so... Alright, so... And then I only need one more thing, but to start with, what we're gonna do... is as we come up here, this is gonna be wall here. You can have a little pot, right? Oh, that might not work, because obviously, even though you can fall technically in, you can't fall through the pot, can you? No, I know how to do it. Okay, I know. And then we'll make a couch here, basically, that goes here. And then what you gotta know is you gotta go behind the couch. Or wherever I put that. Maybe not there. It'd definitely be better in the back. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Put this one back. And then you put this here. And then... oops, not there. Here. I guess. And then you would have a little couch in front of it as you're going up the stairs. Potentially. Or you can even have a little room back here. Like so. Just a small room by the stairs. Little closet. And then you open it. Not here though, it has to go here for it to work, but... you know. The point would be more along the lines of just kind of having a little room. A little closet, if you will. Which is a good way to kind of just like... yeah. I was also thinking it could be just a room. It honestly... if we put it here... now obviously this would be quartz, but if you were to put it like this, then you can have like a little room here. And a little alcove. It just looks like it's a little closet. Obviously it would be looking like it's from here because you wouldn't see the back wall there. So that would be kind of like that. It wouldn't be... So it's just enough to look like it's a little storage. Not like it's anything else. Is the idea. And then stairs obviously are next to it, so obviously you go up the stairs and you go to your rooms. Because I'm just thinking the couch might be a little too awkward feeling, because... Although I like the idea of doing a couch, but the problem is, if this is the stairs here... Although I guess what you could do is you could have the couch there. And then you have that basically like this. So it looks like it's marking the stairs going up, and in reality, it's so that you don't go up and around and look behind. You can even kind of... It doesn't look like it's all that much. Give it a little backing. And obviously you'd have a way to climb up and down. I think this side would be a little bit longer than the other side. So for floor from here. Let's just kind of dig this out a second and just look at how much space it actually is. I mean, it's not gonna be a lot of space, but I think it'll work. Alright, so... something like that. I like the idea of having buildings that have some just story to them as well, so it's not just the farm, obviously. I guess, I don't know about that. Alright, here, I'll put the dirt away for now. Alright. The idea is it's just kind of hidden away in the back. You don't really see it. Alright, so make a nice basic couch. We'll use diorite because I like the idea of it just kind of got this leather feel to it. I think we're gonna use it as a couch. Although it'd be better if we had something that kind of could simulate black leather, but we don't. So, boom. Alright, No, I know what to do, I know what to do. I've got thoughts, I've got thoughts, I've got thoughts! But first, let's put the chairs in, or the couch, just to kind of show what I mean. Also put the stairs to the side so you can see that's that. So, you know, you come in, so you can have a little, like this. And then, obviously the stairs go here. I'd probably do something else for the bottom stair, maybe? We'll see. Or maybe not. Maybe what I'll do is just have a little wall. Can also be an explanation. Alright, and then what we're gonna do, although this is gonna be so annoying to get in and out of. Probably just be easy to break through the side, but alright, so the thought here is we're gonna take these. Can I have these chocolate brown doors, right? Alright. So what you do is you flick, you're through here, and then you're down. Yeah? I should move this all over as well. Alright, so what we're gonna do here. Then we have the two. So this can go here, and then it'll go up like that. Like so. And then what we'll do is kind of create a little bit of color and texture again. But I do need quartz. Let's go buy some. Alright, yeah, day's almost over, but I still need quartz anyway. Let's just start by getting... I don't... What? The house? I don't think it's all that great. It's just pretty normal stuff, man. Like I said, it's kind of like Hot Topic threw up on the building. But I guess thanks for the compliment anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna toss half of this into the... actually... Let's start with that much. Half of it will, or, well, 2/3 of it will get cooked, 1/3 of it will not. Alright, you know what? We're gonna put this like this. Do I have a bucket on me? Yes, I do. Let's let that quart cut, or let's let that deal with the quartz a second. And then these can be like this. Again, like I said, I just gotta kind of fill this in here, like so. And then what I'm thinking is, obviously this is just how this is gonna be on all sides. But this way I can kind of see what I'm looking at here to kind of add a little extra pizzazz to the building. Honestly, I think the biggest thing is just trying to figure out how to make the nether stuff all go together in its own way, you know? Biggest thing with this one. Alright. So what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna make 2 of these into walls to start with, and just see how size-wise. And then it'll kind of just help frame, because I like the dark color to kind of help sell. As a doorway, almost. Like so. And then you can put this one here as well and do the same thing. Alright, this should be done. Mostly. I got some pretty good timing on me today. Alright, and just kind of create a little look. It is a door. Just to see a little bit how it looks. The only problem is it's gonna connect here. But I think that'll be okay. If I do this right, if I've done this right, it'll still look okay. Alright. Oh, I do need to sleep. Alright, so let's see how this looks. I don't think it look well, I hope it won't look too bad. Obviously that's the style there, and then you have here. This actually needs to be pulled forward one. That's fine. That goes there. And then to kind of finish, it's a little, I wish I could set it to not have it connect. I'm gonna be honest, that would be amazing, but you just can't, so. Alright, I don't know how many. Alright, I need to make 2 more. And that should be enough. All right. And then stairs. And then I'm just gonna steal the stair second. Just kind of give an idea. Like I said, I kind of... You know what? I know what to do. I know what to do. Give me a second. I need to fix up the floor a second so that I can do this. Because I want that kind of coloration there to just drain away the look a little bit. Alright, let me get some more flooring in really quickly. I could do this. Alright. Because I really kind of like the idea of just having that the way it kind of should be. Which is what we're going to have to do, even though it's going to look a little funky. So what we're going to do, again, I'm just going to snag 2 of these. They're going to be moved forward to here for now. Alright. This is going to match by going here. Just to kind of give a look idea. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this here, boop, 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 and then these go here. There. And then what we can do is have this be a little alcove area. It already looks a little bit like, it's just an area to kind of sit. So you're not going to think too much about it so that you don't realize the secret. I know it's silly, but I don't know. And then you can even add in a little bit of more of this probably above the top as well. Or something along those lines. I'll decide how I want to do it. The entire thing is just kind of around the idea of just... There's... kind of like that. Alright, Yep, let me go grab some stone. We're gonna get some more quartz. We're gonna try and finish the, I think at least the front, the lower part, just so that we can kind of have a bit of a thumbnail. Alright. Can't really sell a whole lot, but we can sell a little bit. I mean, because I just don't have I have full inventory. Alright. Okay. There we go. And we'll go sell. I'll get more quartz. You guys, I need emeralds first. 3, 4 should be give me the quartz. Give me the quartz. I do wish there was a way. There we go. I do wish there was a way to take the fancy quartz and then use that. There really isn't. I suppose this is a reason to have a couple guys down below. They can actually, you know, trade. But, oh well. Alright, so what I'm thinking, again, I'm gonna just kind of do like that again. We'll just keep doing it like that. I think the chicken is gonna be all cooked up though, so this is, maybe I should go get some. Yeah. Grand. I mean, I need food, so there's that, but... Oh, I know what we can do. Probably gonna need more of soon. Give me a second. I should probably sleep first. Should have already had some in there. But we'll have that for other floors. Actually, do I even need to go then? No, I don't. Cool. Alright. Alright, Alright, this building. I should probably get some of that birch back, put in as well. Let's fix this. I need to fix it. How close are we? We're kind of close. What we're gonna do is we're gonna chuck this in. Chuck these in. Chuck this in. Probably remove. This in a second. Put these at the end. Because, you know, I don't really need food right now anyway, so it's fine. Let the that go through. Get myself my smooth quartz. Don't know. I mean, it was just kind of out of power earlier. So I honestly think it might have been my fault. I tried to tell Hedge that. Hedge wasn't really willing to listen, and yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. There's the bucket. Alright, so basically what we're doing here, we go up to this, and then we can put this up here as well at the top. Or... and then once we have a little bit more, we can fill that the rest of the way in. And then make decisions on how low we want it to go and stuff as well. It's fine. Yeah. I'm starting to get a little low on bricks. I mean, obviously, technically, I'm not really getting low on bricks, but I kind of am. Alright. There. So we have that like that. And then this will go across like so. I'll get more quartz in a minute. But it'll go all the way around. Like that. And the thing is, we could also do this here. Create like a small window at the top. Alright. Potentially. We'll see. I have enough emeralds to get the next load, and then I'm gonna need to get more emeralds. But you know what? We'll have chickens to sell. So we do have the ability to make some emeralds. So there's that. I'll have to empty my inventory first, though. Alright. Cool. Let's get that quartz. This dude is not very bright. Yeah, why do you both sell the pillars? I mean, that's the thing that's like annoying. Alright, we're gonna do this again. And then we'll smooth out the rest of it. Ow. Hey, old Chican. You can tell the Endermen have been here. I need to clear this out. Here, I'm also going to check where my creeper farm is at now. How's that for aim? There we go. I know that's probably not going to be necessary, but you know what? Whatever. Alright, so we can finish going across the top. Like so. And then I want to... Let me look at what we have for the various trapdoors, wooden trapdoors. What color do we want to go with? Although, there's only a few that we can really use as windows, so that's kind of annoying. I suppose we could do... Wouldn't it be better to ask her that? I'm making this anyway. I'm not trying to be mean, I mean, I'm just saying it's her cat. Okay, so we can't do it like that because we need the Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's up to you, man. Alright. Two, then... Let me sleep. Alright. I think that'll be enough for what we're doing here. Hopefully. Alright, so... Then... I need to do this from this side. I could have sworn it was... Or do I need... One second. Do I need to do it like this? Yes. All right. And there we go. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Crap. All right. Alrighty, and then we do the same thing here. Bop, 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 bop. Do I like it like that, or do we want them flat? Let me look at it like this instead. It might be better to do that. I don't like that, and then you do the same thing here, and then I gotta make more. Just add a little extra texture to them. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's I think it looks nice at least. Hopefully. Luxurious. The hard part is sticking to the palette. Because obviously the palette is kind of... yeah, and only one of them's going to be kind of sticking forward, I think. Like that. So... like that, and then you kind of have just the one that's kind of sticking forward, like so. So that it looks like it's kind of like it kind of hinges in and out. It really is difficult to stick to like this just kind of thing. Because it's like, I want to try and have more, but it's just like I don't have any blacks or dark colors for the windows and wood, so I can't do what I'd like to do. I should probably kill some chickens and deal with that really quickly. Alright. Alright. There we go. And finally, this. Perfect. Okay. Alrighty, oh wait, I was also going down there to check, did I have any extra walls, or did I need to make some new ones? I think I gotta make new walls. Yeah. No, that's fine. I kind of figured I would have to. 3. Alright. Hey, I mean, at least this is kind of done. Ish. I mean, the first floor's front is done. Obviously nothing else quite yet is, but that's fine, because we're not really trying to be too hard on ourselves yet. Probably should be, but, I mean, you know. Correct that. Alright, so, since this will just be the back anyway, just to kind of show ourselves that's what that's going to look like. You really don't see a whole lot, which is fine. Better to close this, I think, right now. If I had more... but this is just gonna be like 2 stories tall, I think. Maybe it'll have a 3rd one. They're not gonna be too tall, though. Because the 1st floor is just kind of meant to be feeling very dramatic and all that, and then you kind of come in. I'm actually thinking of maybe setting up a shop down here as well. You'd have a little store. And then... it's really not going to be an inn. You have a lot of those already, apartments and stuff. I guess technically it's more for those who are more nether associated, would be the idea. So maybe I try to create something that looks like it could be another room. That might be for the best. All right. All right, but you know what? If I need, yeah, this is better to have all this. Alright, this could also potentially create the concept of having a little... since this will just be covered anyway, you can have like a little closet underneath the stairs here. Alright, so I need the stairs to go up at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Crap, because I think this is the... yeah. So I think what I want to do here... not that it really matters, but... there. And then 1 more floor up, and I think that'll be that. Alright, well, let's go sell some chicken, and then we can Let me just chuck these in here for now. I'll come back for them. Alright. Gotta remember to eat the right chicken before I sell the chicken that I have to sell for the sake of emeralds. Alright. There we go. There. And up and through. Let's get some emeralds. I think I already have some over here. A little bit. You buy chicken, right? Yeah. Rude. Alright, I'll come back for more in a little bit. I guess I finally got up to that level. If we had a berry farm, then the next level after this would probably be the best bet. Alright, so we have the ability to get a little bit more here. Just gonna go to one of you. Yeah, and then you, I'll get the tiny amount. So we have 16. Which is fine, because this is going to be us designing around kind of where things are going to go, I think. Alright. There we go. There. Ow. Alright, so if we figure we can figure out where everything will go. So this will go like this. But see, it does stop there, but that's okay. We can just go ahead and create like a little stall potentially here. You can even have a little space back here with a door that'll let you go into like a little area behind. So, you know, you come in and you're gonna have a little space there. Nothing huge, just enough to kind of cover up the stairs. Obviously this wouldn't go here. That would be something softer. Alright. Let's go see. I think I have a little bit of smooth, so just kind of compare how that's gonna look. Oh, oops, almost forgot my bucket. Alright. Again, this is just kind of created around the idea of there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but you don't need to go all the way up. For the back part, You just need to go up enough to cover up the stair where that'll go. So I'm going to do here is going to go here. And there. And you can see it's not quite all the way up. And then what we're going to do, again, just to kind of create this. I'll do this like this. And then we just toss them in here. We'll need these later if we don't use them here anyway. Alright. The irony is I'm distracted from the part that's actually important to this build, and I'm just doing like the little candy on top area. Kind of like that, I'm thinking. There, and then I would probably put a little fence in here, or gate. And go in and out. It just feels a little bit less, can't sleep yet anyway. Like, you can't tell it's covering up the stairs. Building can only be so big. Music got stuck. Hey, sleep. And then obviously this goes up to here now. And then you're never going to see the top bit because that's just going to be this here. We'll also kind of put this in as well. And then probably add in something to kind of cover up the top there. The roof most likely would be something along the lines of just... Anyway. I do need a bit of a reception desk. I do kind of wish you could certain things. I'd almost be tempted to try and get a witch in there. But then it becomes almost for a reason. Alright, we're gonna want a little bit more of this stuff. And we're gonna want... Perfect. Some of these. Probably add a little bit extra detail in a minute, but to start this little thing for a little reception desk here, I want to go here and I want to go here. It really kind of just blocks that off a little bit there. Alright, I've got some thoughts here really quickly. Alright, I'd like another fence. At least one. Alright, we want these, like so. Just to kind of create a little... Here, and here, and then across, like so. And then we go across up top as well. Oops. Like that. Alright. I'll probably need a little bit more, but that's fine. The entire thing is just kind of creating a entrance area here. Alright, so I need 4 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then like 2. And the idea is just kind of let's do the next one just in case. I probably won't need it, but we'll see. The idea is just kind of like, if we assume this is a bit more of like a place for other citizens that aren't going to the embassy, just kind of here. I think it'd be better to kind of create the concept that there is a... I don't know if I like it though. I might remove this in a second. I do wish they would connect, to be honest. I think it's too much. It's too much. I think it could look okay, but it's definitely too much for this. Right. Especially with the door behind it, so... We'll just kind of leave it to very basic, probably. Alright, and then here. It'll connect. And it'll connect. And have that sit there. Kind of create that there. Should kind of help. It does look okay behind that the door's back there now, so that's fine. I don't know. Or it could just be very basic, very simple. out. Or just the simplest. See, without the door, although hiding the door isn't so bad. It does look nice when you come around, so there is that potential as well. I don't know. Or maybe what it is it's on the side. That might be better. That way you have this all kind of through and free, and you have the desk to the side so that it kind of can have a little room to breathe without kind of looking like it's not belonging. Like we could put... Yeah, that goes there. One sec, let me go sleep. Also, our chickens should be fully grown over here as well, so should be getting some blue eggs. Yeah. We'll see if we get a chick. I don't think we will. I'm just gonna check out a couple every now and then and just see what we get. Instead we could put this... Actually full on filling in the... It does. It does. All right. But that could be like a little thing that off to the side. We kind of just... all the way across, like so. Just so it kind of, like, I'll get a few more steps. It'll look a little funky from the outside, but that's fine. The whole idea is it's just kind of a little place to come in and all that. And obviously you come around the side here to go in, but... I think that works. By having it off to the side, it allows the door to breathe. And it allows this to just kind of look a little... a little more. Okay. Oops, I did it wrong. There. Oh, oops. There. So there's your front desk. It's not anything too fancy, but it's enough to kind of, especially once we put in the wall, fill in. I might add in a little bit of color to it as well by adding in a little bit of the red to that. We'll see. I do need more quartz. Let's sell some feathers. It should be the best way to get some quick bucks. Oh wait, I think I left the stuff down here. That's why I couldn't find it. No, that was just stone. We'll let them be a little bit longer. It's a miserable day. All right. Let's go up here. Let's go sell some chicken feathers. Because there's really not a whole lot of uses for them. Alright. And then there's you. Cool. So we already have 18, but we still need more. More. You? No. I mean, you're the convenient one, but... Are we actually out of chicken? Wow. Boom. Alright, let's go buy some quartz. It'd be nice if that one would be one that would... Like, it's a decorational block for Pete's sake. I honestly feel like... That's one they could have more trades with. It's not like you can, like, dissolve it down into quartz itself, so it's not like you can use it to get a whole bunch of quartz easy. It's literally only for... decoration. I honestly feel like that kind of just... It's like, if they want to do things that aren't really OP... I do feel like that's one that would kind of be a fine trade to readjust in the positive way, making it more... in that, Don't you think? Wow. I mean, you could disagree with me, mind you. That's totally fine. I at this point kind of feel... If it was something where you could utilize it to get, like, actual quartz to use in redstone and stuff, I wouldn't say that. So, let's be clear here. If there was anything that allowed for that usage in any way, shape, or form, I don't think I would say that. But because it's just its only purpose is to look pretty. Once you've turned to a block, you can't, like, undo it or anything. It's not a storage block. It just doesn't feel very, like, what's the point? And that's my logic with it. Not to be... I think of it. You're basically paying an emerald for a useless block of 4 quartz. That means that they feel that emeralds are worth 4 for an emerald, and yet... I mean, yeah, you can go, but... not that, but I really do think... that's one of the ones you could kind of get away with kind of making it a little bit more... yeah, I'm sure it would be. But this is why I was just saying it's literally a decoration block. So you don't go into the nether as often because you really don't have that much. But yeah, they probably would think it because it is. It's like, oh, but it prevents you from exploring further and further. And it's like... but see, if I built a piglin trading farm and a gold farm, I still gotta do the gold farm. Let's be real. I mean, we're gonna need that. But if I was to do that, then I would, within the same amount of time, be able to get about potentially up to 3 times as much quartz blocks. And more. So, doesn't that make it so that it's better to go build a piglin trading farm and a gold farm? But then, and that those are kind of more busted, but they don't look at it like that. They just look at it as... like... in all honesty, I think that they could do things as well where villagers have a bartering ability as well, kind of like the piglins, but in that some of their trades maybe cost other items. This can, if you want to make mending a little bit more difficult to get, you can set it up so that instead of getting emeralds, which you can go get from a dude, right? Maybe you need iron. Yeah, you can build up an iron farm, but or heck, make it raw iron if you really want to, except that would definitely mess with the flat worlders, you know. But at the same time, like, you could have it be where occasionally it's still emeralds anyway, but as an option. And that the easier one to get is the iron to mending. Or maybe that certain villager types will be specifically emeralds and the others won't. You can go there, and then that way you still have the opportunity to be able to get these other trades, but they're not as easy if you feel like it's just too easy. Present a way to get renewable raw iron. And then from there, you can have that be used. Or raw gold. Or heck, maybe you need coins. Yes, we have emeralds, but maybe certain items require coins, which would require you to get something like gold or silver or something, specifically for these unique items, that you can't just trade your way up to them. That simple. You can sort of do it, but it's just like, if you want it to become, instead of like making it you have to go 10,000 blocks because the only swamp village is 10,000 blocks away, Or rather, the only swamp. Make it instead that, yeah, you can go out there if you want the emerald trade, but if you want to get this other trade, if you don't care about doing other things, maybe you can do something else. Maybe you can buy coins, right? From a wandering trader. No, I know. This is what I'm like saying. So this is how you could do it, so that you can still get the coins for those things. Would be that wandering trader maybe trades emeralds for that as a potential trade. As an extra reason to keep your wandering traders, or like actually check. If you've got extra emeralds, you want to buy yourself a mending book. You go over to your wandering trader, you have a potential at getting, or maybe it's a guaranteed emerald to coin. You know? Just make them better. I mean, they've already adjusted the... We haven't seen a wandering trader since the update, but they have already been updated a little bit. But I was just saying, like, as a way to have the ability to get these coins, or maybe unique trades can lead to that. Maybe you can trade, for example, let's pick something random. Iron armor for coins, right? I'm just saying, if they really wanted to do something like that, they could. In reality, I don't really want something like that, let's be real, but I don't hear any creepers. Why do we have an arrow? I mean, I guess the skeleton must have fallen in there at some point. A skeleton? But I mean, look, we're gonna get better. It's so slow, but we're getting it. We're getting it. We'll soon be able to have enough to really kind of... I actually think we have more than we've ever gathered. So, I just picked that up so it'll make the number look higher. But minus 48. Like, ever gathered. Anyway, I'm just trying to think, like, through things that can be interesting. That's not too effective. But, like I said, I honestly do think that it should have the ability to get multiple items. They're nothing but decoration. You shouldn't be capped at 12 per for just regular quartz. It should at least be competitive with a piglin farm. But again, since you can't use it as redstone, you still want the piglin farm anyway. It's not going to stop you necessarily, or going to the nether to get quartz anyway. It just would mean you don't have to waste as much time or materials. I would say the same with terracotta. They aren't really used for anything. And bricks, which make the pots and everything, you get 10 of those at a time for emeralds, so yeah. You could even raise the price to match still, but just have it be... instead of the current setup, it's just slightly less, frustrating. I don't know. I mean, you don't have to agree with me, you know? I just... what? Thank you for the follow, said Zero. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. But... But you can even have certain mobs carrying such an item as well. It's just... You think I have good thoughts? Thanks. I'm just saying, because that would mitigate the whole thing with I don't want to travel to that biome. If you have a way to be able to still trade for, that's kind of where I end up going with it. For that one. It's just a good way to make a compromise. Between... Hello? What? Hello, hello, hello? How are you? Am I singed? No? There we go. I'm the opposite. I'm a sea elf. Alright, Alright. But this is a single player world, if that's what you were gonna ask. Which is why every build is like half finished. Sure. Alright, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 4, 9, 30. Alrighty. Oh, touching toes, okay. And then running. That's what I can do. Alright. Alright, give me a second. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. I mean, a lot of people have done that before, Thomas. Alright. Only way to find out if they'll actually do it or not. Right? Although, do remember, I can't play if I'm running and stuff, I'm doing the exercise. Alright. I don't mind a little bit, but at the end of the stream, sure. Alright. But, yeah, no. This is the single player world. It's basically all I have. I have a bunch of... Alright. Alright, I got the blood pumping. Let me dump the dirt, and then let's go do more trading. Because I definitely need quartz. Alright. I'm pretty single. I live on my family farm. I've done... Okay. You're saying your name's Bob? Or you want to be called Bob? Or are you trying to ask what... My username is... My cat is my pet. He's a cutie, but he's an animal. But I mean, yeah, no, I live on the family farm. My mom, my sister, and my brother. Oh, you did name generator. But what do you want to name Bob? The whole idea is that you gotta name something. And I can't already kind of have a name. Here, we could say one of these chickens is Bob. I'll go get a name tag. In fact... That could be Bob. Let me check. These signs already have things written on them. Because they're corny puns for a library. Give me a second. I've got the XP, I've got some name tags. We'll name a chicken. I'll make it easy. Alright. I honestly need to set up myself a proper little base area that has all the things so I don't have to actually walk around and go get this stuff. But I never will. See, I definitely hear something here. Where is it? Aha. I see. I have no lights. Well, I can get back to this in a second, so we'll deal with this in a minute. We'll fill it with grass. Alright. Good to know that's there. I've been hearing it, and that is definitely, I think, interfering with our, creeper farm. I mean, that's just one dude, but imagine if that happens over time. It's just those little pockets. Since I can't go into spectator because I wasn't smart enough to set that in advance. So I'm a pathetic bedrock player. You are Bob. There we go. Ta-da! Alrighty. Let me go light that up, because, like, I've got a very pathetic creeper farm over here. It's not the best. It does work slowly, though. Yeah, very slowly. I need more creepers. But unfortunately, I mean, I've lit up like 1,000. I swear. Miles upon miles. I need the library. And the secret bunker. Just snag ourselves some... or some torches. Uh-huh. Alright, and then we can put that in there. Easy squeezy, and... that'll, or no, I do think I want to do the dirt method. It'll be much more safe, because an Enderman could spawn in there right now. Even if I put a light, or could spawn in and could teleport to that spot and start removing the blocks. Which I'm 30% sure is part of what happened there. I don't think it was that much. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. There we go. Bop-a-doo, boop-a-doo. Boop-a-snoop. And then we'll just fill it in. I don't think I have enough here, but this is a good start. Although, I guess I also would probably like to have some coal. I don't need it, though. It's honestly fine. The copper is a bigger thing, just because we use it in a lot of stuff. I mean... just to kind of judge how much I need, I probably could use about 2 stacks. Alright. Let me get 2 stacks. Alright, I do need to go ahead and finish getting those guys' bows broken. So that we can go about actually naming them and stuff. Well, not the... obviously the floor 2. Alright. Should be enough. I probably should have just dug up dirt faster. Alright, so we should have enough, and then we'll be able just to clear it out, and then it'll be good. And that won't be a problem anymore, and that'll be one last spot for mobs to spawn. So that'll be good. Let's just see if we can't pick this up. That's part of why I brought a little bit more than I necessarily needed, but I mean... yeah. Perfection, perfection, doop-a-doo. Oh, maybe I wouldn't have needed this after all. Cool. Alright. And then we can just fill the rest of this in this way. Okay. So we'll be able to see it. Alright. Perfect. That'll fill that in better. We do need to get the rest of the bookshelves into this at some point. I know I've been putting it off pretty much entirely. It's fine. Alright. So we'll have to think about how we would think that another creature, if they were, or, well, individuals who lived in another, how they would want their homes to be and all that. We'll have to decide on that. Because that's a bit much. Yeah, the problem with that is, remember, fire tick is on and I can't turn it off, so... That's not really a good idea. Plus, it won't stay. I was thinking of making respawn chambers. They're gonna be a little bit annoying because A, I don't really have that much. And I have to be very careful with them and all that. But instead of a bed, you know? Since you can't sleep. And the concept would be that they have ways to use it kind of thing, but they don't trust beds, you know? Just like you wouldn't trust a bed in the Nether. They don't really just trust, they don't trust in the overworld either. Because why would you? I forgot the stuff. Is the idea. Forgot the chicken. Let's get more quartz. I think I also gotta kill a lot of chickens. Netherrack does stay lit, but it's more like alright. Oops, I missed one. There we go. Let me grab some chicken, we'll head on over. Alright. Boom. But the idea is just kind of, because everything else is just, we could maybe even put another rack in like a little, like if we have nicer rooms, we can make a little fireplace with another rack, so it's the eternally burning flames of the Nether. But beyond that, you really kind of can't do too much with it, because yeah. Alright, are you the one I need? No, you're pork. Where's the other guy? He should be out and about. And he, in theory, should not be dead yet? Though, who knows? Because, like, I've said it before. Say it again. Oh, there he is. Okay. Dude, I need you to buy... I'll still on the rest at his shop. And then we'll get some quartz. Yeah, I feel semi-bad for the farmer villager. All he desires, because obviously this is his workplace here, is just out of reach. He can see it. He can never go there. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Wait, where is this dude? Is he just chilling and still chatting? Dude, this is not the time to chit-chat. To chat shit. Where are you going? Where are you going? You have a workplace. This way. Like, where are you? Why are you talking to this random dude? The day... I hate villagers for this. Like, and again, I go here. I've said it a million times. This isn't... Like, why are villagers... They only work for, like, 2 hours a day. How am I supposed to believe they survive? Really? Oh, hello. Iron golems. And a horse. Well, if I had a saddle... Nope. And 1,000 chickens. Okay. Let's go grab the iron. Can I get out? I think I can. I think I can. I don't think I can. You stay in there. You're just gonna fall back in there anyway. Fling it to where it will never hatch. Alright, has the guy gone over yet, or is he still chit-chatting? Like, he's got a base. You're doing your job, but I don't need you. This is just... I'm blown away by the concept that it's just like, nah, they'll just decide now they don't care. Okay, he's not here now, so he's gone off somewhere else. Maybe he's finally walking towards his home and I just didn't see him. He's walking... Just because it's now time to go... Are you kidding me? Whatever. I'm gonna at least get my quartz. I can find them. They're not too hard to find. Guy number 2 will be here as well. I really think there is something wrong with their programming. I swear every update gets worse. Like, seriously. Alright, let's just get through the ones we need to do to finish the around the sides. Oh, there's a guy down below. I didn't light up and I didn't fix the thing. But luckily it's not too hard to fix. I'll light it up down there till I'm ready for the, Yeah. Apparently this is just dark enough. Jeez, dark enough. Oops. Alright. Let me go put the stuff away I don't need for the moment. I mean, I suppose I could have made bone blocks. Again, this is the perfect, like, at some point when I've got everything lit up, this is gonna be the perfect time to really kind of see our town for what it is. Fully lit up and all that. Alright, let me put away some items that we don't need for the moment, and then get out some items we do need. Hello, Snow! How you doing? Hello, hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. Oh, you want to see my new build? I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Alright, I need... Alright, I'm gonna first split this out in half and do this again just to see if I can't get everything I need. I actually need to work on the area that is the actual area, so I'm gonna go do that in a second, but I'll show you the build first. It's also, I think you've seen my creeper farm, right? That actually works. This is the new one. This is what we're working on today. That is this. And the entire purpose of this is to farm mushrooms. Alright. I'll put a light down again in a second, and like here instead, because this is where these are gonna go. Oh no, yeah, here's our secret entrance. I'm gonna need to add, once I've added the walls in, a ladder. But we even have a little secret entrance area, which we access by... Ta-da! And yeah, the entire build is just about the basement here. These 5 rows, this is it. I decided, like, yeah. I decided since the Nether Embassy is, like, right over there, right? Like, right here. Obviously, that means that we'll have individuals who've lived in the Nether, if you will. And they would want different accommodations, but they might not stay in the embassy. So the concept would be this would be a place where they'd have a couple places that have things that are more in line of what they're looking for. And since the lodestone price is so much cheaper now, we're using lodestones everywhere for this one, just to kind of create that dramatic flair. The idea would be they would come in, they get a room here, and then they would go upstairs to a few rooms, most likely. I'll create like a small landing here, I think. And then they'll go up to the next floor. But the idea would be the rooms are going to be more in line, and then it's just going to be 3 floors. This is just a grand entrance, so that's why it's kind of huge even though. We even have a place for like ordering another food. Little restaurant. We cover this up. The idea would be, obviously, if there's things you're not going to trust if you've lived in another environment, right? Like a bed. Why would you want a bed? That would be terrifying. Also, I don't know if you were here last time, but we do now have cold chickens. They lay blue eggs. Let me name one, Bob. I did not get a warm chicken over here, but yeah, we traveled out to this location. And you can't really see, but the lodestone compass would guide our way. Oop. You... We had to travel kind of far. As usual. Alright. Alright, yep. I really do wish that Java had the same kind of like thing as Bedrock, where the animals would update the kind of animals that are there. You have piercing. It would be so nice. Because then I wouldn't have to travel out all those blocks just to find animals. But we got some cactus flowers, we got some chickens there, we got some bushes. I went and found a whole bunch of firefly bushes. I've got them stored away right now. So this is a 5. Man. But that's the thing I'm most left with, kind of, is just like... It's annoying. There really wasn't a whole lot to it, and I do kind of feel like just for the animals, I wish I didn't have to travel. Oh, there were still some guys left. Rude. I mean, other than that, obviously we've been doing the April Fool's update, but I mean, I don't know. It's just a little bit annoying that it's like, yeah, it could be. There's so many ways you could go about this. But luckily, because I hadn't traveled in the direction of the mangrove swamp with the frogs, I had the ability to get to some of the new environments and stuff. So that's why we have stuff. I think technically we have the ability to bone meal the grass and maybe get bushes, but I'm not entirely certain. I might have to be in a new area for that as well, depending. I hope not. If that's the case, that's just like a whole lot of... See, we got a new bush. It's called bush. And we have firefly bush. Firefly bushes are... I'm not sure they can be... Yeah. Anyway, point being, traveled out there, built a house, got some chicken eggs. Traveled back. Checked out the new pigs and cows too along the way. Felt very meh. I mean, at least the next update will be good though. Maybe. Also, ender pearled around here so that we would have our creeper farm working 24/7. We do not need this not working because I'm not here. I mean, we're getting there. We now have 5 stacks. That is, I think, quite legit more than I've ever collected. Let me see. That'd be over 300. Right? Let's be fair. Whatever it is 48 less because I just picked up, by accident, I picked them up. My broken, crafted, used, picked up. Just to cover it good. Yeah. Even if we didn't take that into account, look at that. That's only 245. I'm so we have collected more now in that creeper farm over the course of like what, 3 or so sessions? Dropped it once. No matter how you look at it, it's not a lot. It definitely could be better. I need to figure out all the little holes. I just found another one. When did they add what? Statistics? That's been in Java pretty... I don't know how long. It's just not in Bedrock. They don't believe that people on Bedrock need that for their worlds, you know? Why would they want that? Alright, I'm gonna grab some stone in a second, and then we're gonna trade out. Oh, it's for one. I don't know. I am serious. I do hope the next update actually is decent. I really do. I mean, at least there'll be one good feature. Yeah. This could just be trash. I don't need these. They can quite literally despawn. But, yeah. Although, it's... I hope they keep... They don't listen to the people going, oh, there shouldn't be a crafting recipe, because the fact is, it's already... You already have to travel so... Like, if you've already traveled any distance in the Nether, you're never gonna find it. Because it's not like there's a handy-dandy dimension underneath the Nether to be even farther away. But, yeah. I'll take the crafting recipe. I could see some logic to it. Yeah. My key. Where's your friend? But I am serious. I think the update they really need... Yeah. But they need to... If they want to update villagers, I really do think they need to just... For decoration blocks, be realistic. Doing 12 at a time is kind of dumb. If you could set up a fully automatic... Like piglin trader farm with a gold farm and all that. You know? At this point. And you don't have to do anything. And again, I go with if you could separate them, if you could use them in things, all those kinds of things, yeah, I would go, yeah, nah, it's fine as it is. But it's not. It is just plain. Alright. We're gonna go with 8 of those, and then we're gonna go down below, and we're gonna put these into the thingy here, with all these others. Gotta scoop up some lava. Heck, just incorporate the things that I just... I do need to build this up as well. This will go to here. And since this will be... Where does Snuffly Nose? He's not. Sheepy cat. He's definitely ready for me then. Guaranteed. Alright, so what I'm thinking is... It doesn't really matter what we fill this row with because we're not going to see it. And then we'll have this kind of like this. And then... Maybe? Anyway, but no, I mean... Anyway, have you seen any of the April Fool's update, Snow? This year's? I feel like you've been popping in and out, but I'm not sure if you focus on anything other than... Huh? Okay. I wasn't talking about the server, I was talking about the craft mine. Fair enough. Cause, I mean, there's some things in there that are definitely kind of, like, it's like, yes, this would be amazing in the game. I mean, obviously some of them are just silly, but... some of them actually would be lovely to have, you know? For example, the ability to have a full crafting table. In your inventory that you have to unlock. And I mean, it's just like, it shows how to do it effectively. You make it something, it's not exactly, like maybe it's a, you know, maybe it's a chest plate armor piece. Or other, enchantment. And it's called, like, craft or something. That way you can have that without needing to... And maybe, again... Yeah, like craft mine, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But in this case, instead of it being... unlike in the April Fool's update, where you just unlock it by getting enough XP points and unlocking it. I think instead it'd be better to, just for fun. I honestly think that you could get away with kind of, having it be an enchantment. And again, as I've always said with everything, you could have it be something you have to choose, that or mending. It'd be a dumb one to choose, but it might be worth it to someone who doesn't care as much about their armor, who's just like... although you need a way to be able to... Or, yeah, crafting table shield kind of thing could work. I was picking armor because I feel like there's really not very many chest plate. I don't think there actually are any unique ones for the chest plate. And it would just be something that could be a unique enchant. That, simply put, gives you your crafting table. That's true. But that's more, I'd say, because they don't necessarily intend for you to stick enchantments on your shield in the same way they do to armor pieces. And that was more where I was leaning. So yeah, you could stick on breaking and mending on your shield. There really isn't anything else you can put on it. But I think that's would be a good way to handle it. Or even some of the other ones, maybe. Maybe the ability to gain a double jump. Again, I think that that would be something where you cannot combine that one with mending. logistically. I think that would be fine, though. Yep, not even protection goes on the shield because it is... It's one of those things, I don't think it was actually supposed to be able to have enchantments put on it. But they left it in and they made it a feature instead. It's the same with shears. Technically, you can't enchant them. But if you have enchanted books, you can enchant them. So for example, shears can have efficiency, unbreaking, mending, and silk touch. Shields can have just mending and unbreaking. And then that's basically it. They aren't really supposed to have enchantments necessarily. You just can. Said what? Oh, I will not be... I'm not shocked. That's pretty believable, actually. As I said, because it's not really supposed to be in the game. It just so happens to... And like on Bedrock, there's this whole thing where you can have like a protection one, whatever the item is. Because it always changes, and whatever the current thing it is, it is. So like, it's been a hoe, it's been a... or no, it's efficiency. It's been like, I think is what it is. It's something like that. But because this piece of gear you can find in Woodland Mansions has that, on Bedrock, I think, yeah? Yeah. And the way the data code is different, you can literally get a random item with efficiency on it. Pretty sure that's what it is. Don't know either. I was confused. But to be fair, I was more confused because I was like, because it was the only one that was in Spanish. I was like, what? What? Is the Disney movie? No, it has to be Enchant. That's what went through my head. Just to be clear, I didn't think it was actually. Because I know it does mean Enchant. It just... random. It's like, thanks, spelled check / autocorrect. It obviously just decided that you use that one a lot in Spanish, and so that must be what you meant. Especially if you forgot the H. That's what I would assume happened. Not that you forgot it necessarily, but that it didn't register that you typed it. And that's auto to the thing closest that it knows you use. And voila. No, you never used it. Don't know then. I guess it depends. Do you type a lot in Spanish in general? If you do, then that could be it as well. Then it also registers just, it's like both versions, and so, again, all that has to happen is you forget the H. And it decides to do that. No, I'm not gonna claim that's definitely what it is, because it could be anything. But, well, let's be real. That's just kind of how dumb the programs can be. Anyway, I need to get more of this done. The irony is I doubt you'd be able to tell what inspired me to the style of this. Yeah, it's been back. It was just my power kept, or not power, my internet just kind of kept going out. But it did stabilize. I do gotta finish soon, but hello, Chronix, how you doing? I am sorry that it just kept doing that. Anyway, I guess you saw the beginning, and now you get to see the end, without having to watch me toil through and be like, what the heck? Yeah, no, I did see, in chat. Because I was just looking, and then, yep, it then died. I know. Anyway. Well, that was what I was saying. You got to see the beginning of this, and now you can see where we've gotten to at this point. Anyway, like I said, I doubt you guys could be able to guess, like, the inspirations I have for this house, because it's so random. Or, that came to me, kinda. You wanna know, I'll tell you. Because it is dumb. No. That is not what it was. Like I said, it's not something you're necessarily obvious. From the, like, don't focus too much on, like, the design, focus more on the color scheme. Kind of thing, and you might be able to guess it, but I don't think so because it's very random. But yeah, like I said, if you want to know, I will tell you. The building came from the color scheme, though, not the other way around. Which you would think it would, the other way around. Like, I would know the shape I want and then do the colors, but no. Anyway, it's fine either way, though. No, if... No. Like I said, you're probably not going to be able to guess it just because it's... Yeah. It's a little more... No, you're just crying. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I need to get fish. Anyway, like I said, if you want to know, I'll tell you. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, feel free to keep guessing, I guess. Tell you? Alright, let me do this really quickly. And then I'll tell you. I'm in front of it, so I could really kind of explain it. Because otherwise it might not make sense. Alright, where is my guy? And then I'll explain it. It's fine. Not you, I'm looking for you. Okay. I need more quartz though. Alright, let's sell to you. Cool. And the other guy? Yes. That'll do. Alright, I'm off. Alright, I'll go explain it now. Because like I said, I feel like this is one where it's like... You might not even get it if I say it without, like, kind of showing. Oh, okay. I hope you have a good evening, Chronix. Alright, let me go explain the building. Concept. Alright, like, this isn't, like, current, just to be clear. And it wasn't so much that I read them as much as, like, the covers and stuff, kind of, like, you know. But about, I don't know, I don't actually know how many years, it's probably been 10 plus years at this point, but... Vampire dress. Like a vampire ball gown dress you'd find on like, the beginning, like on one of those vampire-y romance novels for teens. Not Twilight, but there were others. That's kind of the inspiration. Like, where they... No, not Vampire Night, that's different. Also, I was never much of a fan of that. Not at all. Opposed them. But, like, you'd have... I don't remember the series exactly. It wasn't manga. It was, like, an actual teen romance novel. But there was this whole thing, and on the cover, the girl would have this, like, white dress and all this kind of... The detailing being in red and like dark colors, like black and purple. Those colors. And the red was just kind of really similar to this red, so that's kind of where I got the inspiration. And I was trying to go with something that kind of fit that vibe, so I was trying to do something that feels a little bit more almost gothic. Kind of vampire-y, but not really. But that's why. It's... I don't think you'd be able to guess it. It was just like literally a random cover for an old teen romance novel. I don't think I actually read the series for. Like you'd recognize it if you saw it to be like, yeah, that's clearly the same style. But with the Lodestones especially, it just kind of was like, that would really work well. To kind of imitate the lace aspects of it. See, that's what I said. I didn't think you'd be able to guess it. It literally is just super random. I wasn't just trying to be like, oh, or anything like that. It just... is very random. And then adding in details that kind of also fit in with that type of novel. You gotta have your Starbucks. I'm kidding, but that was just because I was trying to figure out the space, but yeah, that's why I did not think you guys would be guessing it anytime soon. Just to be fair there, you know? And like I said, it's just literally the color scheme kind of matches up a little bit to it. I mean, that's how my thought process works. That's what I was saying. Like, if I see something that kind of matches up color-wise, I sometimes just kind of get inspiration. Oh, it's okay, buddy. He says, no, it's not. Alright. I mean, I think it's already starting to look more like what you would kind of expect, right? For a bit of a inn or hotel. Very goth, yes. But that's why it's just very, the idea was very much more along the lines of just kind of fitting in with that style. Alright, but if I add in lighting, what I'm probably going to do is soul lanterns that hang from the ceiling, because I do think that would be good. As a much more, it's not exactly creepy, it's more like... yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try and finish this up really quickly to get a good picture. Come on, it's gotta be night. Of that first floor. But considering it's not actually like an actual like, even if it kind of gives off the vibe of a townhouse. Kinda. Alright, let me grab some soul sand. I have some iron, I need some chains, and I need some lanterns. And I need ceilings. And I'll have to do, to start with, get a little bit of coal. About 2 hull. And then we can finish the sides up next time, but it's a good way to kind of just create a little bit of flair to it. Town hall. Fair enough. I mean, it's kind of similar to what I just said. If you think about it, because I was saying a townhouse. I hear you, buddy. Fair enough. I get it, man. I get it. There we go. Make a couple of these. Like I said, I feel like unlike other places, this would make more sense, and this will just be the floor and ceiling color. Hopefully it'll look okay. We'll see in a minute. Alright. Yes, this can go here. Alright. So we can get a little bit more of this done really quickly. Okay, 3. We'll see how much we can get really quickly. Okay. And here. All right. And then up. That should basically be the whole space. All right. Kind of want to just kind of do like that, and maybe get a few more chains. Yeah, I hear you. Alright. The entire concept here is just gonna kind of be... Yeah, he's ready to be done. And he's right. I think that might be a little too low. And then maybe one more. Kind of there. I mean, I think it's going to be too dim, but you can add in other extra lights in other places as well. Like so, just kind of really give the gloom and doom vibe you're kind of needing there. I do wish there's a way to get smooth quartz without having to cook it. Again, it feels a little... Yeah, I did cook all of it. Alright, I'm gonna get the picture in just a second and then we'll be good. I gotta go the other way. Because the sun is about to set. I'm just kind of hoping for gloominess. I know I could have done other things, but I don't know. I feel like it kind of works. Let me make one more lantern to maybe put on like a table. Yeah, you are trying to, but you're not succeeding. Because you got no hair in the system right now, buddy. Alright, there, so this can kind of separate. Alright, let me go grab some more, hopefully really quickly, quartz. We can't really do anything with it this time. Well, if I have time. I might not. Yeah, you're right, buddy. I do not have time. By the way, what am I doing tomorrow? Just curious. What are we doing? Yeah, I hear the meow. Alright. Tomorrow being Wednesday. So it's a Minecraft day. Let's make it easy. Tomorrow being Wednesday, and so a Minecraft day. Let's make this easy. First thing you go. I do love that this looks like a dollhouse from the side. Like, what is it there? Sure, we could do Sky Factory. picture, I'm thinking... no. A little farther back, because I gotta be able to... Alright, that should do it. Let me make sure the picture looks decent, nothing too crazy. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so let me sleep and then we'll be done. Because it was pretty easy. Honestly, I mean, other than the fact that I really didn't have a whole lot of time because kept drawing everything and all that. Yeah, no, I'm running late. Buddy is correct. Alrighty, so yeah, tomorrow will be Sky Factory. It'll be lots of fun, hopefully. So there's that. Alrighty. Sue, it's been a pleasure having you. I hope to see you again tomorrow for some Sky Factory 5. Haven't done that in a while, so it'll be fun. I hope you have a wonderful day / night / whatever it is for you. And if it is night for you, I hope you have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for sticking around, especially through all of this nonsense. Yeah.